I'm struck that you're describing it, and then you think, wait, it was only 3 years ago that we were in London. It was only 4 years ago that you had that injury, and I'm wondering, men's tennis looks quite different, at least in terms of names. When you're up there looking down on tennis today, what are you seeing? What are you noticing about men's tennis?
I think, more baseline slugfest, just more heavy hitting.
The old slugfest.
It's full on, baby. And it's forehand goes big, backhand goes big. Forehand goes big, backhand goes big. Back in the day, we used to have, every player used to have a little hole in their, in their game where they were.
Not me.
I mean, our backhands to backhands were massive. We would slice it against each other, so there was a bit of feel to it. But it's true, though. That's, I think, what I see now, and I think it's just getting more and more physical. And I think also everybody practices that way, is they practice hitting hard like Agassi used to. I think he was the first to do that. Then Rafa came in, same thing. He's the kind of guy you don't want to practice with, just going big all the time.
Explain that. This is actually very interesting because I've said this on the podcast before, and I think it's interesting. Rafa, when he won during warm-up, right? You'd be in the first 5. I don't know. I'm sure he did it against you too. But what he would do is he would hit the ball as hard as he could during warm-up, and then all of a sudden you'd be serving the first game of the match 30 all, and he would have a 35 ball rally, and you had no rhythm.
Yeah.
Genius about it.
Yeah.
And you couldn't practice with him because the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. I really didn't like it. And same as Andre, actually. I didn't like practicing with Andre because it was just like bang, bang, bang. And I'm thinking, well, it'd be nice to roll a couple, hit a few, slice a few. And it's none of that, And it's like 3 big shots and the 4th one just rockets past you like that. And anyway, that's not how I train, That's also not how you do it. I mean, we have high intensity, but we do different things. So it's incredible, actually, how we all can practice and play in different ways and actually get to a successful place. Did we forget your question? Did you have a question?
It's a great
about how the game is evolving.
There are 2 guys, obviously, that have taken the baton, and Carlos is Carlos.
I feel like there's great returning. I don't know. I feel like they return so easily nowadays.
Yes.
I don't know if it's conditions that are a bit slower or they just better off it.
Well, you don't see people just dump returns that often.
I mean, I feel like making returns was hard. Now I feel they stand there and they go.
Yeah, it was harder for most of us too.
Yeah. That's why I slice. I just get it in. Just float it in there and figure it out.
What do you think about? So as the game changes, obviously we saw I don't want to say an overcorrection, but in the 90s there was a lot of talk about the conditions are too fast.
Yeah.
And we're basically just watching people walk back and forth because Becker is serving huge and Ivanisevic is serving huge.
Yeah, and Sampras.
And Pete's serving huge. And I actually remember our first 2 Wimbledon finals. I remember 2004, you're coming in after the rain delay, you're coming in all the time. Like you make the adjustment, you start coming in all the time. And then 2005, I'm like, okay, I'm expecting kind of the same because it worked for him. The conditions I thought were much slower to where you played that match mostly from the baseline, right? Is there a need to correct court surface to bring in different elements of the game?
Yes. Definitely.
I feel like you're on the fence.
I just had this conversation this morning, with Riley Opelka. I told him it's not okay, and I fault myself because I part of the decision making of the court surface speed here, but it can't be that he's kick serving on the outside indoors against Casper Ruud. Casper Ruud actually can go back, even has that option indoors to go return Riley's serve, which is probably arguably one of the best serves in the game right now, and he returns it from hip height and just hit its cross-court passing shot winner on the return on the break point. I feel like it should be a little bit more difficult to be able to do that, and I think that's why we, the tournament directors, we need to fix it. We need to have not only fast court, but what we would want to see is Alcaraz or Sinner figure it out on lightning fast, and then have the same match on super slow and see how that matches up. And that's how the ranking points used to be. Remember, back in the day, only 12 tournaments counted, so everybody would play on their favorite surface.
They would stack their surfaces.
Yeah, and then they would sometimes meet. And those were the best matches, when you had the attacker against the retriever. And now everybody plays similar. It's because the tournament directors have allowed, with the ball speed and the court speed, that every week is basically the same. And that's why you can just go from winning, French, Wimbledon, US Open, and just play the same way.
And obviously my bias is going to shine through here, but there's some tool, and I'll forget what it is, but it's similar to like a step meter that measures greens in golf. Davis Cup back in the day, they used to have that, and there was there was this little thing they used, and it had to be, it basically measured if the court was too fast. And I said, that's great, that's responsible. I go, now show me the measurement for when it's too slow.
There's none.
Didn't exist. It didn't exist.
Yeah.
Like, we've never thought of that. I go, that's the problem,
Yeah.
right? Like, we need variation. We need because then, I mean, you're telling me someone like a Sinner or Alcaraz, with how talented they are and how great they are already,
figure it out.
they're going to figure it out, and it's going to
Yeah.
be more fun to watch.
I think so too. And obviously, I understand the safety net that the tournament directors see.
Sure.
Making the surface slower is for the weaker player. He has to hit extra amazing shots to beat Sinner. Whereas if it's quick, he can only maybe blast a few and at the right time, and he gets past. You know. So that's what the tournament directors are like. Oh, I kind of like have Sinner and Alcaraz in the finals. You know, it kind of works for the game.
That's the thing. I was going to say that's the entire thing. Is basically, you give a surface where, you know, it kind of exposes Carlos's paintbrush even more, where he has time and he can play all the variety of shots. He's going to win on slow. He's going to win on fast.
But I think we'll get there again. I feel like
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll figure it out.
Let me ask you a big, sprawling, sweeping question. What's it like being Roger Federer in 2025? What does
a normal Tuesday look like now?
Yeah.
I
I wake up much earlier than I ever thought I would. The kids, you know, they get you out of bed. And before, I always had the excuse like, you know, practice, late finish, whatever. I need to sleep in and all that stuff, and the body needs to recover. So now, bang, out of the gates, we get up and get the kids ready for school or for activities, whatever it is, and then I go either do some gym and fitness of myself. I have phone calls once.
I mean, you've let yourself
really
go
let
a little
himself
bit.
go.
I mean, just tighten that shit up a little bit. You know, just maybe.
Okay, I'll work on it.
Yeah.
I'll work on it. Thank you, Andy. I'll tell you the truth too.
Please don't. Please don't.
Ask him
Please stay far.
why weren't you wearing a tie to the gala the other
Oh, stop it.
Because it was black tie.
No,
So
I know,
black
I know.
tie.
I've already told the story,
What happened?
Roger.
I did see you with no tie
You
actually on
want-
the
okay,
on the
man,
carpet.
like-
You know why?
I've
Maybe Roger would like to know what happened.
What happened? A little thick around the neck or what?
Yep. That's it.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I feel that's a short mistake.
I almost pulled a tricep trying to snap that thing around my neck.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna show I can leave whenever. And then Tony goes, oh, you're sitting with Roger and I at the table. Oh, great, this is perfect. This is best case scenario.
Hey,
Yes,
it's all good.
I have a beefy neck, Roger. Okay. All right.
Okay.
You probably don't have to deal with that.
It's coming down also
Yeah.
more now.
Listen, we're all here enjoying this great game today at this great tournament because of the man to my left.
Hey guys, appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
And because of Rob Laver. And I'll say this, it's not easy to like someone so much who is responsible for so much of your pain at your job. Couldn't love you more, Roger. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming out.
All the best, Andy. Thank you.
That's a wrap for us. Thanks for coming out to Serve Live.